Hello everybody, welcome back. So, between this episode and the last, I've done a few things. I made myself an adventurer's backpack. It's a little laggy when you open it, but not too bad. I also fixed up the animals. We're going to work on them a little later. As you can see, I rehooked up these. I made an extra one, and I put 2 of each in there. But like I said, we're going to worry about that a little later. First things first, we're going to do is come over here. I want to automate my garden so that we can start witchery soon. As you can see, I moved those up. I really like them up there. I'll show you what it looks like sprinkled here in a minute. But for now, look, I ran some power back here. And we have some stuff to set up. So, around you'll see let's see. No, that's not the right button. Let's make it daytime. There we go. Okay, you'll see I fenced off the mandrakes, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a grinder in here. Oh, as you can see, I also ran ME cables down here and here. ME cables. So we have access to the applied energistics, though I think it ran out of fuel. Let's go check on it real quick. Did I put the grinder in place? Yes, I did. Wait, I should have 2 harvesters. I might have missed one. Might have grabbed another one. Alright, so with this, I aborted that because I have messed up and I had to revert my server twice. So now instead, what I'm going to do is, this is an empty. That button, what it does is it'll refill it up by about 3 buckets worth. That way, no matter what, I actually might cut that down. Let's go for about 2 buckets worth. That way, at most, I will ever use any more than 2 buckets worth, which is pretty perfect. Because a couple of times, actually several times, I've come back on the server and the fuel's just all been gone, and because of it I had to revert back. There it is. Now I know I could do this all with just 1 harvester, but the problem with that is I would have to expand it, and it would reach all the way out here, and then I wouldn't be able to put plants to boost up my altar power whenever I do finally start witchery. So we just put this there. Oh, that started harvesting right away. That there. And that started harvesting right away. And then we're going to put this over here, because then I don't have to run the ME cable any further. And let's see. This. And this. This will come out. And then that. Only problem is I don't think that I have a wrench. I need a wrench. Whoops. There, that'll do that. Now, I gotta go grab a wrench. Unfortunately, because I switched to using the adventurer's backpack, I don't carry as many tools around in it. I might put a wrench in there, but I don't think we have the Omni wrench. I might go for the Omni wrench mod, that way I can get the run wrench through them. Well, these heads keep changing from my new skin to my old skin. I could just keep my beast buildcraft wrench, which should be here. Oh, another thing I did is I finished my enchantments. I got blast protection, magic resistance, respiration, aquafinity, and thorns. Protection, magic resistance, thorns, health boost. I want to finish off thorns on all of these. Fire protection, magic resistance, thorns, and magic resistance, feather falling, haste, thorns, and speed. I didn't really notice much of an increase with speed, though. I'm not sure what's up with that, but that's okay. There we go. And now that'll push out to here. Now all I had to do is throw in an upgrade each. They do need an upgraded range of 2. That was a horrible sound. Is the grinder working? Yep, there it goes. See that? It's perfect. And I think the range actually brings it out to right here, so I won't be able to put... And also this is in the way when I lay down that, but I'll worry about that later. So that pretty much covers that. And now everything gets automatically imported into the ME system, which is perfect. Whoops, I put my bow away. Oh, my bow is up to power 5 punch 2. I haven't quite got punch 3 yet, but I'm working on it. Nope, hold down shift. Now the next thing we're going to make is we're going to come in here. Now, something you might not know is if you know that there's more than one adventure backpack. If you want to know how to make them, because I have the recipes blocked in the pack, but if you want, they're not blocked. Like, oh, maybe they are blocked. That's weird. That must be an update. You should. I might have to undo that. You should be able to mouse over those. But we're going to make a. Actually, first thing we want to do is get some tin. Look at that. Oh no, there's a bug. I don't know what's causing it, but in some biomes in this world, the some mobs spawn that shouldn't. Let's see. I think let's start with 8. Oh, I also made this here. Let's steal that thing's overclocker. Oh, that was almost damn near exactly 2. That's amazing. Perfect. Okay, so 8 should be enough for now, I would think. So we're going to make this. Whoops. Let's see what I'm missing. Only 1 piston. Wow. Okay, so I'm missing 2-cylinder piston engine, tank. Wow. That should give me those. And if I take these, oh, it doesn't work, really? Let me see. You can't do it with fuel cells? Universal fluid cell. Oh, maybe I had to do it this method. That's why I didn't do all of those right away. Alright, let's dump these away. Okay. Alright, how do you make one of these bad boys? Well, that was really loud. None of my machines, though. I wonder what that was. Whoops. Oh, come on, let me off. There we go. Now, can I do this? Yes, okay. So then if I do this, does this give me my cell back? It doesn't work. Really? Well, that's disappointing. I wonder why it doesn't work. It's supposed to accept any fluid type, but I guess that's how it is, so let's just do it with buckets then. I guess I can carry extra fuel in my extra backpack tank. Alright, so then you have to take off your backpack, put on this, and this is best seen in F5 mode. Okay. Shift Y. Isn't that awesome? It's really fast too. We're not going to waste it though, so Shift Y. Then, and see, that didn't actually use too much fuel, but it did use a decent amount. But what we can do is, whoops. Is we can go, now I wonder, I made a hose for this. We're in left tank suck mode. Can I pull straight out of there? I can. See, now I have another 8 buckets worth of fuel. And I'm just going to keep one bucket on me. And in case you're wondering, you can indeed have this backpack plus the regular backpack. You just have to bind them to different keys to open them. But I'm not going to do that because I think it's really OP. Plus you can put the smaller version of this backpack, other backpack into this backpack, which is pretty awesome. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be doing that. I will only be carrying around smaller backpacks for like food and stuff. And a golden bag of holding you saw. Now let's see. I want to try. Did I leave a chest out there? I don't think I did. Now one problem we're going to have is with this is the idea is, I don't need that type of size chest. Let's just get a nice iron one. The idea is, you with these animals, we're gonna go look into them for now. I'm gonna be saving that flying, by the way, because I'm going to do some recordings, hopefully with you, as soon as we can get on together in the Twilight Forest, because that's a mod I decided to add. Because he was looking for some adventure mods, and that's the best one I know. Oh, I might need carrots too, huh? I hope have grown some. Ah, 24, that's pretty good. There it is, see, I got a canned food. That actually dropped, I'll show you that right now. If we come over here, this is pretty funny, and I have no clue how to fix it because it's not a biome glitch. I checked, but I did add in one of the more recent patches, I added a mod that adds new worlds to fly to and to fly to with Galacticraft. So maybe it messed up that list, but look, you get Galacticraft mobs spawning in this place, which is kind of funny. They're just a little bit stronger and have a little bit different drop tables, which so it's not actually that big of a deal. It's just a little bit weird. So I'm gonna feed you and you. Then you'll make a baby. Now I'm hoping, because that baby will be closer to regular than this one, I'm hoping what I can do is, well actually maybe I could, if I catch this on time. Wait until it moves one through. Nope, see that's what I was afraid of, it moved both. What I might actually do is forget about these and just move them by hand. Because now I only have one in the pen, which means I can't breed it. And I'm pretty sure I put my golden lassos away. Yep. Unfortunately, apparently those chronotypers are really diligent. They move all of them at once. So, until I can figure out what exactly I'm going to do, I'll just move them one at a time by now. So basically, I'll feed one. Whoops, probably should have let it finish making its baby. Oh, did it? I guess it did. For some reason, the chickens like to stand in the corner. Then I can do that. Just feed you two. You'll make a baby. Then I can move one of you. And eventually, we will have standard animals. And then what we can do is switch to automatic producing and reopen up the producing system. But it takes a while to get to that point. But I think that's pretty cool. It's a little bit... I didn't want it to be exact standards after I removed the Hungry Animals mod, because the Hungry Animals mod, it just dies so often that it just doesn't... I just don't like using it. I carry around apples with me because I'm a little low on glasses, because I was doing some prep work for other stuff. Oh, I must have put my glasses away. But that's okay. Yep, there they are. Unfortunately, you can't carry this apple juice in tanks, but you can carry the Growth Craft apple juice in tanks, which will be pretty cool. Apple cider, technically, but as long as you don't brew it up, it won't become a, Now, I think, yeah... Oh, no, that is still a carrot seed. Potato seed. Sometimes these will turn into weeds, and I'm not sure what causes it, because they shouldn't, I don't think. Oh, let's get a look at the sprinklers. I think the sprinklers might be actually what causes it, but it also speeds up their growth rate. Not that I don't have enough seeds for backup. It could be, we could be out of power. That would be my guess. I know 3 really isn't technically, oh no, they have plenty of fuel. 3 really isn't technically enough probably to run all 3 of those, because those solar panels don't do great, but it should be pretty good. Okay, well, I'm gonna shut the water off. If I ever need like fast produce, I'll turn the water on, but for now I think standard speed is fine. I cleaned up those chests, as you can see, because we're not going to need them anymore. And let's see, that over there is one of Jew's projects, so we're not going to go look. I'll go show you it real quick, because there's a few minutes left, only a few seconds. I still need to fix that ship so we can use it, but this, Jew did this, I helped him build the bridge, but basically he wanted to work with some of the dinosaurs. We're not getting into the dinosaur mods yet, because one of the big downsides to them is if you leave them in a loaded chunk, they will almost always die in an overnight. Like, there used to be 4, now there's only 2. You see? Just staying logged in is enough for them to die. I moved them out this, I told you to move them out this far because I wanted them to not be in a loaded chunk. That way they wouldn't risk dying. And he still have already lost 2. And I don't know how to breed them yet. I'll have to look that up. But they probably have to be fully grown first. Or maybe when they're fully grown, they'll start breeding on their own. I don't know. But besides that, yeah. If Jew isn't going to play sometime soon, then we'll probably start Witchery. Because I think I'm ready to get into Witchery. And if Jew is going to play, then I'll have a big record. I'm hoping to do a big recording session with him in the Twilight Forest. Maybe kill some stuff. I have to figure out how the progression system works. I think, though, if you look at your achievements, and you go Twilight Forest, see, I think this gives you a hint at what you have to do first, so it looks like you have to build the Twilight Portal first, so we'll do that. That'll be really cool. I'll make sure to do as much of that on camera as possible. I've been playing a little bit off camera, which is kind of a bummer for me because I like to play off camera too, but I don't want to play on this world off camera too much because I already made the Adventurer's backpack and I could have shown crafting those on camera, but I didn't because, well, it would have just been a, that's weird, oh, there. It would have just been a few seconds sequence, or it would have just been a few minutes sequence as it was with crafting the other backpack. So I kind of figured I'd just do one on camera and the flying one's more interesting. By the way, the Adventure backpack interface is pretty awesome. Besides being able to pull in and out with buckets and the hose, you can store here, craft here, and put tools here. You see I have 2 tools there and 2 tools there. And then if you look at yourself, you can see my tools. And if I hold a tool in my hand and rotate, I can cycle between those 3. So you only have to have 1 tool out, but you can have access to 3 separate tools, which is beautiful. The only problem with it is when this screen is open, let's see. You see my FPS is at 1718 and it's actually low because I have a few mods installed. I shouldn't, like the Better Forestry mods. I disabled as much as I could, but I didn't want to do a full reboot, so I didn't actually remove it. But if you open up the backpack, oh, you can't see it. Oh, boogers. Well, it drops to like 2 to 3. There, see, it was at 4, which is actually pretty good. And I think that has something to do with there being so much stuff in this interface that, like, it literally has tanks and crafting and whatever mechanic uses this, and there's just so much going on that it drops your FPS so low. But that's okay. Well, that's going to be the end of this episode, so I'll see you all next time. Maybe I'll do another quick recording and we'll do some preparations for the Twilight Forest. There's a few other things I want us to do. So that's going to be the end. Bye-bye for now.